Hey, welcome back, y'all, to Mirror Expressions. Hey. This is a channel where I share a little bit of myself with you all, and I invite y'all to come on in and do the same with me. Go ahead, do me a solid, hit that thumbs up button, y'all, and hit the subscribe button if you have not. It don't cost you nothing but a finger push. Go on over there, hit the subscribe button, and let me know how you're doing. If you have looked in a mirror today, let me get my little mirror out, y'all. Hey, and you are feeling A1 with what you see looking back at you, drop me a mirror emoji in the chat. But if you are not, as always, I encourage you to do what you must to get back to a healthier you. I'm all about the mental health and protecting yourself. And we all just need to do what we can and do a little self-care to make sure we stay on the up and up. All right, y'all. Least I get to preaching all this thing. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we doing Love Without Borders. We are episode hold on, y'all. We are episode 7. And so I hope he has a really big heart. So it's day 28 in Panama, right? And Chandra is checking in with Erica, and so she's saying that, you know, their personalities don't mesh well. We hold on, y'all. Okay. We so yeah, she's saying their personalities don't mesh well, and then we also see footage of Naeem talking to Erica as well, and he's feeling her in on the whole ex situation. So, but insert Chandra looked very polka dottish. And I'm not saying it to make fun of, because it could just be face acne, but it was just like the way it was just all spaced out so perfectly that it looked like it was more than just face acne, because acne just gonna appear anywhere. But y'all go back and see what I mean. Like, it literally looked like a print, like a fabric print, like polka dots. But anyway, no shade, no tea. Okay, Chandra, don't come for me. But anyway, Erica, she didn't go in on Chandra like I would have wanted her to about the whole ex situation, because you know the girl was wrong. She was wrong for that. But Chandra now is kind of admitting that she was wrong on her own accord. So I just said, you know, it shouldn't take another grown individual to tell you that you were wrong, you know. But yeah, so now she is agreeing that they were wrong, and that some things I don't know, y'all. Yeah, you see, this got me tongue-tied, because I was just really tripping. Like, how do you not know that whole scenario was just, from the start of even just inviting your ex? Like, how do you not know that that's just something you don't do? Like, how do you, like, that's common sense. Like, but anyway, let's not keep dwelling on it, because she's now admitting that, so she's wrong. So the two of them end up going out and they sit down and talk. And so she's basically telling him that she wants to move forward. So they kind of decide on doing a reset. So it's day 29 in Dubai, and Erica comes to visit Shreyas and Gurleen. She wants to be filled in on what's going on, right? So Shreyas brings up the arguments, particularly the one about the whole equal rights for women. And Gurleen said that she was literally just trying to talk to him. Gurleen, that didn't seem like you were just trying to talk to him about that. But anyway, but that it triggered her because he wanted to compare how things have been for his mom and his sister versus how she's perceiving things to be, like versus her experience supposedly. So I just said, Girlene, that sounded like some straight up BS. Because you know, she did not come. Y'all seen the footage? She was not just trying to talk and have a conversation. Like, what kind of conversation is there to even have at that point? You know what I'm saying? If that's all you were doing. But anyway, he then brings up how she went to the extreme by recording the argument. And so Shreya says, you know, there's just no romance. And Girlene says, you know, she's feeling the same way. So Erica said to Girlene, in the best interest of her mental health, that she thinks it's time for her to go home. And y'all know exactly what Girlene did. She started a whole entire argument. Talking about, this ain't for my mental health. It's because there's no connection to be stated. And this needs to be said because y'all know Girlene. She's just gonna make an argument out of anything. Because Erica said for your mental health, you know, so she wants to make sure it's stated that no, she's not going home for her mental health. She's going home because there is no connection. Okay, girl, set yourself out. Whatever you want to say, boo, just bye. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so Erica ends up calling her out about saying that to her the previous day, that Girlene had actually said that to her the previous day about about her mental health, right? And so then we get the footage of her talking to Erica and saying that. And so then Girlene started doing all this backpedaling. I was just like, see, this girl just be arguing for the sake of arguing. You know what I'm saying? Like, now she all in the confessional crying and stuff. I was just like, girl, you did this on your own, boo. You did this on your own. Like, But anyway, over in Ireland, we 30 days in at this point. So Dana, she's loving the music scene there. She kind of goes out about the city and she sets up and she meets some people out on the street. So she starts to set up and start playing her guitar out there. And just singing and playing. And so, you know, she's just saying that she's still hurt by Brian, but that she's open to seeing where things go. And Brian says that, you know, he's starting to see a new light in her. I'm thinking like, I don't trust you, Brian. I don't. At this point, it's a no for me, Brian. It's a no for me. But anyway, Erica ends up also checking in with Mael and Aaron. So Aaron wants to know, at what point do we say enough is enough? And Erica feels that, you know, that they're jumping the gun with that. So she convinces them to keep trying. And I don't know how I really feel about that. Like, if they're not feeling each other and they're 30 days in, like, why keep forcing it? Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't put a square peg into a round hole, you know, without there trying to be so forced. So if there's just not a connection there, there's just not a connection there, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, she convinces them to keep trying. You know, clearly there's no chemistry, but yeah, because even we can see that through the screen. But it is what it is. So day 34 in Ghana. So Carmen and Phil, they're out meeting some of her friends, right? And so Phil isn't a big drinker, and so that is really bothering Carmen because she's just like, over here, baby, we like to party. So they at some point convinced her to start drinking, and they end up talking about like him being a germaphobe and transmitting malaria. It was weird. Like, where is this conversation going and where did it come from? First of all, like, malaria, like. But anyway, over in Panama, it started before we get on with Naeem and Chandra. I thought this was a weird, or such a weird coincidence. So, like the scene we saw before with just Carmen and Phil, like when they were talking about the whole malaria and germaphobe thing, in some kind of way, Guyana came up in that conversation. And I was like, okay. And then we go to the next scene with Naeem and Chandra. And lo and behold, Naeem is wearing this I Love Guyana shirt. I thought that was so weird, because Guyana is just not one of them I don't know, most visited places, you know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was weird and very coincidental. Like, when I think of Guyana, I think of Drink the Kool-Aid. Pastor Jones that was leading his people to drink the Kool-Aid. But anyway, I digress. Uh so over with Naeem and Chandra. He decides to get a door fixed for her. So there's a door she has. I think it's her bedroom door, actually. And there's a hole in it. So what happened was that she was in an abusive relationship. And the guy punched a hole in the door. And she just has never gotten the door fixed. And so Naeem has just seen a need. And so he's kind of taking it upon himself to get it fixed, but he wants to make sure that he wasn't overstepping in the boundaries. So he goes to her and he asks her, he was like, I want to get the door fixed. How do you feel like about that? Like, am I overstepping in the boundaries? And so she just starts to cry because, she said that hole reminds her of the abuse she went through from the hands of her ex. And of course, she then goes on to tell Naeem more about what happened, the things she had to endure with that. And I just really like how Naeem was being proactive and getting things done around the house that needed to be done, but also how he took the time to check her temperature about those type of things first. And so her opening up, and I think that was good for them too. I think in that, the way he approached it, he was making a safe place for her. And I could see that her starting to feel safe in that place with him, where she actually started to open up. And so I was glad that he took that approach. I really was. And I think that they gave all of us a better understanding of her. Maybe why she had that broomstick up her butt. You know what I'm saying? It was really... It's really looking like she was like that as a defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really do like how he handled her with care. So I think, they're both beginning to see a different side of each other. So we'll just kind of see where it goes. Honestly, I think Chandra is now seeing that side of him, and that because she's allowing it to happen, and that she's liking that and she's attracted to that. But I think Naeem at this point is already just over it, or as far as maybe having a romantic thing with her, but just a friendship. Because at some point he mentions something along those lines, he might not see them together, but that's not gonna stop him from being a good friend to her. So but yeah, anyway, over in Ireland, we're 32 days in, and Dana wants Brian to kind of help her make this song, right? And so she get out her guitar, so they making verses together and playing. And so he seems to be enjoying himself and enjoying that activity that they're doing together. They look like they're having a good time. He gets up and starts dancing, just being silly and goofy and just making memories. But Brian, don't think I forget how you did, Dana. I just really hope Dana is just not falling for all of the niceness and all of that, because yeah, I still don't trust him. the way he flipped the script and how and what he did it about, like, yeah, no, I don't care. We can have all the fun in the world, but Dana, don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Anyway, over in Ghana, baby. Phil, he talking to one of his friends, right? He telling them how they went out, went drinking, and was partying. And look, we seeing footage of them at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I said, well, God damn. And them people are really getting it in. When she said she liked to party, she was not lying. So anyway, they just going hard. So it's about 5 some, and Phil is back at the house, but Carmen didn't come home with him. Carmen was just like she wasn't ready to stop partying. So at the present time when he's talking to his phone, it's like talking to his friend, it's like 6 in the evening, and there is still no Carmen. Like, Carmen, where are you? You know what I'm saying? You passed out drunk with somebody else. Like, what? Where are you? Why didn't you come home? And so he's just like, where he's from, you go together, you leave together. And I'm like, damn right. That's cold right there. That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? And so, anyway, homegirl said she was not ready to stop partying, so she did not come home. And I just said, when she said she likes to party, she was not lying. So now Phil is kind of questioning if he kind of fits into her lifestyle with all the partying and stuff, because that's just not him. So he's wondering if they're going to be compatible in the long run. So Shreya is meeting with his family over in Dubai. And he tells them, so it's his mom, his dad, and his sister. And he's telling them that about Guerlain, how there was no connection, how she left or whatever. And so Shreya says in his confessional that after Erica left, Guerlain unmiked herself, went straight to the producers, had a talk with them outside their apartment. So he doesn't know what was said, right? Came in, went straight to her room, closed the door, didn't say hi, back, cat, dog, nothing to him, and just went in her room and closed the door. All right? And so, no talking, no nothing. She ended up getting her stuff and just left. Didn't even say goodbye to him. You know what I'm saying? And so Shreya says he didn't want to tell his family about what was really going on. So he starts to fill them in now about the things that had been happening, like all the arguments and like how the whole process when the matchmaker came. And so I feel like his family, they were kind of blaming him for things not working out, because like they were saying stuff like, well, she was a nice girl, you should have tried harder. And like I really feel like they were blaming him. And so his dad said, you know, he should have kept trying. And Shreya ends up, you know, he took up for himself, which I was surprised, because, you know, he seemed so meek when the season first started. Like, he didn't seem like he would be the one. He just seemed like he would be like, yeah, like kind of go along to get along. But he actually ended up taking up for himself. He was just like, don't tell me it's my mistake. You know what I'm saying? And I felt him, because I kind of went through the same thing with my son's father. You know, he who shall remain nameless. Because he's straight trash. But anyway, you know, I wasn't being treated well. There was some abuse there, emotionally, mentally, physically, you know. And but in public, you know, you would have thought he was the stand-up guy, you know. And so me not wanting people to see him differently, and because I was continuing to stay with him, I didn't want to tell anybody or whatever. And so sorry, y'all. And so when we did break up, people were coming down on me like, how dare I? And we broke up when I was 2 months pregnant. And I mean, like, and when I say people, I mean like people close to me, like family members. You know what I'm saying? I had them coming at me like all kinds of ways, just crazy. Like I was at fault, telling me I was wrong, and da 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 da, this, that, and the other. Like, I found out even my own dad had been, they had been sneaking and seeing each other behind my back, like during my whole pregnancy. Like, he was feeding my dad all these lies, and my dad kept it away from me that they were even coming to, that he was even coming to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it was just crazy. It was crazy. And, you know, I had decided that I was not going to not try to convince people of what it was, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, these were like family members, like people who have known me all of my life. Because I was really feeling like, you only known this dude as long as I done brought him around the family, but you done known me my whole life, my character, my values, how, you know, I love people, how I trust people, how I treat people. And yeah, you finna roll with him over me? Like, I was just like, no. I said, I'm not finna go out here and be like this, that, and the other. Y'all gonna find out for yourself. Like, time will tell it all. And sure enough, that's eventually what happened. And I had some family members come back and apologize to me. And then I had some that they never apologized, but they saw him for who he was, really. And just, you know, and they would speak on that, but they never really apologized to me. And I just kept moving because, you know, I knew what it was. And, you know, those that apologized, I appreciate that. Those that didn't, you know, maybe they were feeling bad and they couldn't muster up their energy to apologize. It is what it is. But that apology would have been for them. It ain't for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I had moved on, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, but so I was feeling Shreyas, you know what I'm saying? And how his family was kind of trying to come at him like it was him, you know what I'm saying? And so, but yeah, so anyway, Shreya was just like, she was never going to be easy. And I said, and she was. And so he did the right thing. Not to say that he was perfect or he didn't have his flaws, but no. Gerline was just high conflict, and don't nobody want to live like that, you know what I'm saying? So 32 days in. Oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry. Insert. Happy Founders Day is coming up, my sorors. Alright. Ooh. Alright. That was just a little break. Okay. Anyway, 32 days in. We over in Panama, right? So Naeem, you know, he I said he's a pretty okay guy. Once he stops all that darn playing, like, he's a pretty okay guy. He's a nice, caring guy, and you can really see that. Like, that's starting to shine through, you know. And I was like, you know, it's nothing wrong with having a little sense of humor, but all that playing, like, dude, like, it's time out for all that. But anyway, he's getting the door fixed, and I really love how he's just really supporting Chandra through it all. Like, he checked on her, and he was like, you okay? Do you want me to just come and sit with you? You know, just asking her, what do you need from me in this moment? He was like, we can just sit in silence if that's all you need. And I really liked that. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Anyway, over in Paris, Aaron has taken an initiative to plan like a fun activity for him and Mael. They're going to be doing some painting, some sipping and painting and sipping, right? And so they're painting, and so Mael is flirting, as always, or trying to. He gonna say that he think that wine got Aaron feeling good because he's flirting with him. And baby, he was getting excited about it. I was like, Mael, that ain't Aaron flirting with you. That's you. That's you, boo. You the only one doing all the flirting right now. Anyway, so they start painting some, as Mael say, is it peanuts? Peanuts. Like, player. Do you not know the single and the plural? Like, I thought you were the intelligent one in this duo, because we know Avery ain't all there, but maybe y'all are tip for tat. Maybe y'all do make a good match after all. But anyway, baby. So they do that. They're having a good time. You know, ain't nothing to say. Wasn't much to see. They end up showing each other their penises when they finish painting them. Mael's penis looked like it was a little inflamed. It was red hot, baby. Red as this shirt. Oh, goodness. Like, baby, I hope that ain't what your penis really look like. Anyway, y'all. Anyway, we finna go wrap this thing up. So over to Dubai. Erica comes. She comes to see Shreyas, right? And so she wants to know how he's feeling about everything, you know. And so he said he's feeling lighter. And I said, I bet he is. And we can see him. He done cleaned up the apartment. He got like all that Christmas stuff that Gerlene had bought sitting over at the door. I said, probably ready to take it to the trash. You know, he just really probably want to get rid of any signs of her or whatever. So yeah. He said though that he is disappointed that everything didn't work out, that Gerlene didn't give 100%. And so then the episode ends with Erica telling Shreyas that, hey, I got you another mate, another match. And of course, in scene, so we don't get to see who the new match is, right? So I'm excited. So I'm like, okay, they dropping bombs. They trying to switch things up. The whole switcheroo. Your one match don't work out, you get a new one. I said, okay. See how that rolls. See how that works out. I really like this show, y'all. But anyways, let me know what y'all thought of this episode. And as always, I pray for y'all. Y'all please pray for me. And what? Bye, y'all.